Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here with us today because honestly, what we are exploring is just truly spectacular. We're looking at the record-breaking hypercars of 2026, the machines that have completely shattered the known limits of speed, engineering, and technology. If you're anything like me and you love seeing how human ingenuity pushes the absolute boundaries of what a machine can actually do, well, you are in exactly the right place.
Just think about this for a second. What if I told you that some of these road-legal cars can travel faster than many airplanes do during takeoff? I know, it sounds totally like science fiction, right? But it's not. The numbers we're about to look at are so extreme that comparing them to your everyday highway driving, it just doesn't work. We literally have to compare them to aviation to truly grasp the monumental forces at play here.
And with that, the high-stakes countdown begins. Today, we are officially counting down the top 5 fastest cars in the world. We're going to uncover exactly how these incredible machines manage to conquer physics itself. We'll look at the data, the wild engineering philosophies, and the raw, unadulterated power that makes this all possible.
Okay, let's dive into this. American Hypercar Challengers, where brute force meets aerodynamics. We are starting our countdown right here with a fierce battle on U.S. soil, really focusing on these engineering entries where unbelievable power collides with cutting-edge airflow dynamics.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the incredibly tight margins in this engineering arms race. I mean, look at this. You've got the Koenigsegg Jesko and Bugatti Bolide sitting at a staggering 1,600 horsepower, which is already mind-boggling on its own. But then, as you move up the ladder, the SSC Tuatara pushes to 1,750, and the Hennessey Venom F5 tops out at a monumental 1,800 horsepower. It just proves that in the quest for the ultimate top speed record, every single unit of horsepower matters.
1,800. Just let that number sink in for a moment. This isn't the output for some heavy-duty industrial machine. This is the massive horsepower generated by our number 5 contender.
Coming in at number 5 is the Hennessey Venom F5. This true American hypercar was built with one highly single-minded goal, becoming the fastest road car ever created, period. To pull that off, engineers had to cram that staggering 1,800 horsepower into a 6.6-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine. It combines that immense power with a super lightweight carbon fiber body and extreme aerodynamics. All of this is designed for a claimed top speed of well over 300 miles per hour. That's 483 kilometers per hour. It is just pure, unadulterated American hypercar DNA.
But, the fight here is incredibly close. Step down just slightly in peak horsepower to 1,750, and you arrive at our next technological marvel.
Securing the number 4 spot is another American powerhouse, the SSC Tuatara. This machine draws its 1,750 horsepower from a slightly smaller 5.9-liter twin-turbo V8, and crucially, it only generates that absolute maximum power when it's running on E85 fuel. The design philosophy here relies heavily on low-drag aerodynamics, crafted specifically for extreme straight-line speed. Now, while some of its publicized record claims have been debated in the past, the sheer capability and the clear intent of this low-drag design remain undeniably world-class.
All right, let's keep the energy high as we move out of the United States and travel across the Atlantic. We're looking at Sweden's engineering marvel, the ultra-low-drag contender, sliding right into the number 3 spot in our countdown.
Taking the number 3 spot is the incredible Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut. What makes this car so fascinating is the manufacturer's explicit intent. Koenigsegg engineered this specific vehicle with the core goal of being the fastest car they have ever built. And guys, that is a massive statement coming from a company that is quite literally famous for breaking records.
Let's quickly break down the mechanics of the Jesko Absolut. It relies on a 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 producing up to 1,600 horsepower. Again, perfectly optimized for that E85 fuel. The secret weapon here, though, is its ultra-low drag design. Now, while an official top speed run hasn't actually been completed just yet, Koenigsegg designed every single inch of this car with that ultimate speed goal in mind. It's essentially a hypercar just waiting to fulfill its destiny.
And now, we reach the climax of our countdown, the Bugatti juggernaut dominating the top 2 spots. We are officially entering the territory of a single legendary manufacturer that has somehow managed to claim the absolute peak of our list.
304.773 miles per hour. That's 490.48 kilometers per hour. And listen, this isn't some theoretical claim made in a boardroom. This is a historic,
concrete metric. This is the very barrier that was shattered by our number 2 contender.
Number 2 is the legendary Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when peerless, peak luxury meets relentless engineering. This car absolutely shocked the automotive world by becoming the very first production-based car to exceed 300 miles per hour under controlled test conditions. It pulled this off using a massive 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine, producing 1,578 horsepower. The Chiron doesn't just represent speed, it represents speed at the absolute highest conceivable level of luxury and refinement.
So, the big question is, how do you beat a car that has already broken the 300-mile-per-hour barrier while draped in ultimate luxury? Well, you throw all the rules right out the window. If the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus is the road-legal luxury record holder, our number 1 spot belongs to something entirely uncompromising, incredibly aggressive, and heavily track-focused. Taking the ultimate crown at number 1 is the Bugatti Bolide. This right here is the absolute peak of Bugatti performance. Because it's designed primarily for the racetrack, it is actually not road legal. The Bolide takes that legendary quad-turbo W16 engine and tunes it to approximately 1,600 horsepower in its production specification. But what truly sets it apart from its siblings is the extreme lightweight construction combined with incredibly aggressive aerodynamics. This specific combination of raw, untethered power and track-focused engineering makes it one of the fastest, most advanced Bugattis ever created.
Okay, let's take a quick breath here. It's time to look at elite honorable mentions, the crowded arms race. Because while those are the top 5, it is absolutely vital to understand that there are other world-class machines pushing the boundaries right alongside them.
We have to give elite nods to a truly stunning lineup of vehicles. We're talking about the Rimac Nevra, the McLaren Speedtail, the Aston Martin Valkyrie, the Ferrari SF90XX, and the Lamborghini Revuelto. Every single one of these hypercars delivers cutting-edge engineering and world-class performance, constantly keeping the pressure dial turned all the way up on the top contenders.
And this brings us to a crucial realization about the hypercar industry and the future of speed pushing the boundaries. Because the race for speed, quite simply, it never stops. The core takeaway from all of this is that every single year, manufacturers will continue to push the edges of performance. They aren't just making these cars go faster. They are making them safer and vastly more technologically advanced. It's a trickle-down effect. The wild engineering solutions we see on these hypercars today, they're often going to influence the everyday sports cars of tomorrow.
So, after looking at all the data, the mind-blowing engine philosophies, the low-drag designs, and just the sheer engineering audacity of these machines, which hypercar is your favorite? Take your pick from the countdown, and honestly, it leaves us with one final fascinating question. Just how far can future manufacturers push the very limits of physics before the laws of aerodynamics finally say no more? Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer today. I really hope you found it as thrilling as I did.